Hey, welcome back guys, it's Chris Rips here with another video. Today I'm going to be loading, unloading, and storing all my fishing gear inside the bed of a truck. I'm going to show you guys my tips and tricks on how to do it safely and effectively. Let's get after it. Alright guys, before we get after it, I want to talk about a couple things real quick. I'm running a Sportsman 120 PDL Kayak that sits about 12.5 feet long total length, and I'm running it in a 2500 Dodge with a 6-foot bed with the tailgate down, so I have about 7 feet of total length back there. One thing you want to take into consideration is a tipping point of your kayak. If you have a short bed truck and a long kayak like this, one thing you do need to be aware of is to make sure you have at least 70-80% of your kayak surface on the bed of the truck. That way you don't have to worry about it tipping backwards while you're going down the road. Strapping will do one thing to help that, but one thing you can look into is getting a truck extender. It's very cheap, it's very ineffective, and it'll extend the length of your bed. Alright guys, so one thing that I like to do to protect my transducer on the bottom of my kayak is I lay a towel down on the bed of my truck. Alright guys, so first things first, I keep the wheels on the back of my kayak with the straps for my kayak just loosely on here. That way whenever I go to lift my kayak up, I don't have to worry about taking my wheels on and off. The strap will just come off as I'm lifting it. But when you take it on and take it off, it's good to keep your strap just kind of loosely on the back of it. So whenever you go to roll it away from your truck, your wheels don't slide forward and you drop your kayak, or slide back and you drop your kayak. We'll talk about that here a little bit. Alright guys, so before you guys load your kayak, I do want to give you one tip real quick. I like to put my straps through my PDL holes and have them set up already before you get going. So I just wrap my straps through the hole, and then I just set all the straps up here in the top. That way whenever you get up into the bed of your truck, you don't have to try to fish it through your PDL hole and try to lift the front of it to get it up. Just one little tip for you. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment with some of the difficulties that you guys have whenever you guys are loading your truck with your kayak, or if any other difficulties you have loading or unloading. Make sure you guys leave a comment. So now that you're all set up and you're ready to go, and you have your towel, the first thing you want to do is lift up the front of your kayak, lift it up onto the front of your truck, like this. You're going to walk to the back, lift up the back of your kayak, and slide. As easy as that. Now that you've lifted your kayak up, you want to get your straps that you had preset already, run them up to the front eyelets on your truck, hook up your strap, and give it a nice pull to keep it nice and tight. Do that on both sides, and now your kayak's not going to go any farther backwards, and it's nice and secure. Alright guys, so now that you guys have your kayak in place with the straps holding the front up, you can use these for a secondary strap. They're just not strong enough, I think, to use as a primary. So if you do want to, I use the straps from my Wilderness kayak cart. Check the link in my description for that, and a review on it as well, to hold the kayak left and right. So you can run both your straps that comes with the kayak cart to either side here, keep it from moving left and right. Whenever you put these straps on the side, it is good to make sure that they're not super tight. Again, you don't want to put a lot of force on these handles. And the other thing I want to point out is the string that comes off the back of this, the last part of it. Make sure you tie this up to something. As you can see on this strap, it's significantly shorter than the other one. I left my straps unsecured as I was going down the road, and it actually went onto the ground. And when I was backing up to get to the water, I actually ran over my strap and it snapped my strap off. It did put a lot of force on it when it cinched it down, but luckily the strap broke before it broke anything on the kayak. So that is one thing to keep in mind whenever you do strap anything down, whether that be a kayak or anything. You always want to secure your excess strap either onto the object that you're strapping down, or wrap it up and tie it to itself. That way you don't have to worry about it flapping, slapping anything, or running it over. Alright guys, so you got your kayak in here, it's nice and secured, strapped down, everything's good to go, but now you need to store all your fishing gear. So one thing that I do is I put my box that I keep on the back of my kayak and my wheels up here, and with these two straps on either side secured, they're not going to go anywhere. So I just like to set them in here in the corners, and then with the fishing poles, I'll set them in here and let them run backwards. That way you guys can make sure that they don't fly away as well. I'll show you a quick picture of that here in a second, of how that all looks. And then we'll get into the unloading of the kayak so we can show you guys how to get that. All right guys, so one of the last tips I have for you is have your kayak wheels set up with a loose strap on it, just sitting over your rudder, and allow them to run underneath your kayak on either side as you're pulling your kayak out. That way it'll keep your wheels underneath the kayak, so when you go to set it down, it'll set down on your wheels. Guys, so now you're back at your house or you're at the lake and you're trying to go out and get into the water. You're going to unload your kayak. You don't want to drop it on the ground, so you're going to grab the back of it with your wheels set up with the strap on it. You're just going to pull it out, bring it down, get it onto your wheels like so, keeping the strap on the rudder. That way the wheels won't back off as you're lifting it down. And then just come up to the front. And walk it off. It's as easy as that. And now you're good to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Again, give me an idea of anything I could do to improve, or any struggles that you guys have been having loading, unloading, storing all your gear, transporting to the lake or back. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.